hip hop and wrestling.
I don't want to say get this party started. I feel like I'm showing my age by doing that.
Hey, what, people don't say get this party started anymore?
I don't know, but until I speak with the committee, let's get jiggy with it.
HipHopandWrestling.com.
SummerSlam is this weekend in Cleveland. I'm sitting here with my homies, Nick Trav,
Yo.
and Lit Lou.
What up, what up?
VSOP, that's my name, HipHopandWrestling.com, where you can buy merchandise. Wanting to drop something really quick to talk about the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view, SummerSlam 2024. We got a stacked lineup so far with 7 matches that are officially announced on the card. All singles matches that as of right now there has been nothing about the tag team.
Triple H hasn't put tag teams on his pay-per-views outside of WrestleMania and outside of Bianca and Jade. None of the pay-per-views this year have had tag team wrestling on it.
Is that a fact?
I'm pretty sure.
I have not even thought about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have not thought about that because it's so prominent on TV.
Because Miz and R-Truth never wrestled for it on a pay-per-view. And then, because they had it up until Judgment Day, and Judgment Day ain't wrestled for it on a pay-per-view because they just got it. And then on SmackDown, Theory and Waller didn't wrestle for it on a pay-per-view. And DIY just got it.
And they're not on the pay-per-view.
Right.
Damn.
Yep.
Wait a second. They didn't win it on the pay-per-view?
They won it at WrestleMania.
Miz and they won it at WrestleMania. They did.
They did split them at WrestleMania, so both of them.
So when and Austin and Grayson won it on television?
They won it at WrestleMania. Remember the two belts?
Yeah, they split the belts at WrestleMania.
The first fall was Grayson and Austin Theory, and the second fall
was a ladder
R-Truth
match.
and Miz ladder match. Yeah,
You know
I
what?
said fall, but pull. Yeah,
Okay, so when did Judgment Day get it?
they won it like right before the last pay per view. They won it right before Money in the Bank.
They took it off of Sammy and Kevin Owens, right?
They took it off of R-Truth and Miz.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
No. The first
You're talking
time they
about
had
first time the Judgment
going
Day
into
having it.
WrestleMania. Going into WrestleMania.
Oh, who did they take it off of?
Yeah.
They took it off of Jay and Cody.
Who took it off Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens after WrestleMania
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day?
Yeah,
Okay. And then they lost it to Cody and Jay.
yeah,
Then Jay and Cody lost it back to Judgment Day.
yeah,
Then Judgment Day held it into WrestleMania,
yeah.
where they lost both of those titles to R-Truth and Miz
Yep.
and to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, right? Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay, and then Grayson Waller and Austin Theory lost it to DIY.
Like 3 weeks ago.
And Miz and R-Truth lost that shit right back to Judgment Day.
Not right back. They held it for a while. But yeah.
And all this shit, with the exception of WrestleMania, all happened on TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Damn.
have not prioritized tag team wrestling like you think they have. Like now we have clear cut teams, which we were sorely lacking back in the Vince McMahon days. Like just
That's
who's
all they
on
did.
team.
They're this tag team.
Yeah. So we know who the tag teams are. It's just like we don't give a fuck what they doing. Like they not beefing with each other, nothing. Like they just be.
It feels like there's always some type of like gauntlet or
It's like all right,
multi-team qualifier.
Like,
There's no
man,
blood feud.
Like yeah, like have teams feud. Teams used to feud. Teams feud just like fucking singles wrestlers feud. Like get these guys some like work in a feud. They just come out and do matches. They're just like, so it's like nobody cares about who's fucking the champions because
There's no story behind it or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
I guess the closest thing you can have to a story is if it's somehow tied to you're in a stable with the bigger champion, bigger single star, something like that.
Yeah, like the Judgment Day, I feel like it fits because of like they're in that group. But yeah.
yeah, they like whenever they had the tag titles, it makes it feel like, oh, okay, at least like, okay, like they're in the Judgment Day, they got all the gold. But like like you could easily just be like make this the tag team division. In my opinion, you can make it crazy by just having AOP win it and just like be running through like all of them, right? And then make them like the big bads to go get like for your I don't know like. I'm trying to think of like some face team like you put them on, just let them go to work. Like,
I mean, I would love to see them mix it up with DIY again. That was entertaining even back then.
Right.
I like seeing AOP destroy people, and I like the stable aesthetically, the way it looks. They all look like cool and badass.
Give it to the Final Testament, and then even though Karrion Kross ain't got no gold, it gives them some clout, and then he's their leader. Have him win matches. I ain't gonna say no crazy feud. He don't gotta like jump up crazy. Just,
Right. I mean, right now they in the void.
Yeah. Like they could, and then like, yeah, you got to put it in the bloodline because Cody ain't. I mean, I don't think Solo's about to win.
I mean, as soon as they get the original bloodline back together, them shits are immediately going back on Jay and Jimmy.
Yeah.
As the face version. I mean, whenever that happens. However, that has not happened, and Karrion Kross is in the void. He has nothing to do with SummerSlam, so let me get it back on track.
Where was I? Oh, yes.
I got this for you, Nick, right here.
I'm not finished with you.
All right.
That shit was hilarious.
All right, so we have the SummerSlam pulled up on the computer, so we can go from the bottom to the top. I don't think the show's going to be in this order. I'm assuming that a world championship match, either the male or female, is going to begin. But we're going to just go by what it says on the website, right? So we're going to start with the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I want to know first who you think's going to win, who you predict to win, and then we can get into the why and what's next.
I think Braun gonna win.
Yeah.
So both of y'all leaning towards Braun.
Yeah.
Like, what would it mean for him to lose it? Like, it was like, get the fuck off my TV screen now, or like, go down there, go sit your ass in the back and have some catering. That's what it means for me if he, loses.
If Braun loses.
If Braun loses, then it'll be all right.
Like, if he loses, they would have to just make him either more angrier and just attacking everybody after he lost. But it's just like, I
don't give a fuck if you angry and attacking everybody. You lost. Like, that's the shit Vince would do where it's just like, nobody care no more.
Right.
Like, get out of here. He lost.
Good point. But see, he's been dominant leading up to it. However, he lost a big one. The whole you can't win the big one argument can come into the storyline, but I doubt that he's going to like start doubting himself and not start killing motherfuckers. If he loses, he'll probably just kill more motherfuckers.
This is one of those where it's just like Sammy beat him last time, so it made Sammy look good. Like, hey, I beat you, so okay, like cool. Sammy got that one, but this, it's gonna be a fucking fight, but he coming out on top.
So are we looking at it like, of course you should beat Sammy?
No,
Are we just saying? I mean, like we're not saying Sammy some pussy punk.
No, I'm not saying Sammy no pussy punk. I'm saying Braun Breaker is that new.
He's supposed to be that new dude. Yeah,
he's coming for it. It's his time now. Sammy, as I was honestly say, okay, Sammy, you need to go for bigger, better things.
Okay, so should Sammy get in the?
He needs to be fighting
in the title hunt with Gunther and Damian Priest up there until this bloodline shit when he's called in to assemble.
Like, okay, like let me see you in a feud versus Drew McIntyre. Like I mean, I've seen y'all wrestle obviously, but what y'all got to argue about?
See,
like let me see you in a feud with like maybe Finn Balor, because Finn Balor's plotting some shit. He ain't gonna be in the Judgment Day much longer. So let me see you in a few like these different matchups.
Right.
But you got to be in that upper echelon now.
I don't know. Maybe they just let him chill. So when that bloodline shit do happen, it's kind of like,
What do you mean you let him chill though?
Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he's like off TV just more, kind of like getting a little break in.
Sammy?
Yeah, and then like when the dude come back, like with the bloodline coming back, that should be like a big hit. The honorary like oos.
But they don't do that. He ain't gonna be off TV like that.
I mean,
Because it is like what he like you say you throw him in like the bigger hunt, but it kind of feels I don't know. Like
kinda-
Well, I'm
it's
not
kinda
saying
crowded
I'm not-
right now.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying he got to go for the title, but I mean, there's an upper echelon of people he need to be in the. I don't want to see him fucking wrestling Chad Gable no more and Bronson Reed. Like he better than that.
Okay, that's a great point.
He on that upper echelon
So
shit.
it's time for Sami Zayn to get on the elevator.
Yeah.
Because he's going to
He's been there.
He's going to be entitled to a rematch if he does lose. Where Braun Baker, in this case, this is his second attempt. If he loses, there's probably no rematch unless he fucks some more shit up. I guess does Braun need it to get him on the elevator? Like, is he going to get lost in the purgatory of
He'll get
Bronson
lost in the
Reed,
purgatory, yes,
Chad Gable,
yes, he will get lost.
Nakamura when he gets back?
Yeah.
Just they just keep
That's
fighting
why
each other.
he need that title, and he need to be like, okay, these are the niggas I wrestle on the regular.
Okay. All right. So we're I you know what, I didn't say who I'm going with. I'm predicting Braun as well. And pretty decisively.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. So I was thinking it wasn't gonna be quick, but the ending is gonna be like, oh, he killed Sammy.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So all right, we're going with Braun victorious against Sami Zayn. And that should be a good one. And then next, we think Sami Zayn should be on his way on the elevator, getting into higher tier feuds, which I agree. Depending on who has the world championship, we'll talk about that later. We can decide. Well, we can't decide. We can just speculate on what's going to happen next. But let's talk about this one because I really don't know how I feel about this one. But we'll talk about it. United States champion Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Who you think's going to win?
LA Knight need to win.
Yeah, LA Knight.
All right, so maybe we should separate who needs to win and who you want to win. So who do you want to win if you were just a fan in the stands?
I want LA Knight to win. I think LA Knight will win, and LA Knight needs to win.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like it's been building too long. He done fell way too many times. Like if he lose again, it's kind of like, all right, what are you?
Hey, what I just say about Brian?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Go ahead, sit your ass down in the back next to catering till we call you.
all right.
Yeah.
We'll see you as one of the 30 in the Royal Rumble. You get thrown out third.
Now, if LA Knight can't win this one, he definitely can't just thrust himself into the top tier
No.
title picture.
Oh, that
So,
nigga,
He might as well get a nigga tag team partner at that point.
go ahead,
Something else.
Go ahead and sit on the Raw so he can wrestle Bronson Reed.
So he's going to be in the void.
Yeah, you better give him that title because Logan Paul don't need it. And honestly, this is a step down for Logan Paul, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, what would Logan Paul do next if he's not in a higher title contention? So he's already challenged for it twice against
I'm not
Roman
saying
and
he got a
Cody.
challenge for the title. I'm just saying like
Higher tier feud, like maybe he should start.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just not necessarily the feud. Like as far as like, because as far as popularity, yeah, he's fine. Like he's right there. Like LA Knight's just as popular as they come. I'm talking about like in ring. Like I just really don't care to watch LA Knight wrestle. I don't give a fuck about watching LA Knight wrestle.
He has this style where I can't explain it, but it's like watery. You know,
Well, I don't understand.
He's like shit watered down.
it's I don't want to say it's soft. Clearly, it's athletic. It's just like, you ever watch Buff Bagwell wrestle?
Yeah. I remember him, Buff.
Yeah, that's what his style reminds me of. Solid, foundationally good,
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with him. It's just he's like,
great personality. But it's just like, there's like
Do it remind you more of like older school matches before all the athletic people kind of got into it?
He is Johnny B. Bad, Mark Merrow, like WCW.
right. There is
That's
nothing I remember from a LA Knight match.
Right.
The only LA Knight match I remember is him versus fucking Bray Wyatt in that god awful Mountain Dew match.
That's not the memory you want.
Yes, and that's why
That's not the memory you want.
I don't remember any other LA Knight matches.
Like in this match, I expect Logan to do something crazy, but him,
Yeah, like this is a step down for Logan's skill.
You know what? That's crazy because I remember Logan Paul matches.
yeah.
At least I can name a couple.
Because you can name something cool he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just say Royal Rumble.
Crown Jewel, Royal Rumble with Ricochet. Yeah. The Ricochet match when they did that
SummerSlam.
crazy flip through the table.
That's a SummerSlam match.
So so we think LA Knight is going to win, that he should win, and we want him to win. I'm perfectly.
I do like LA Knight. Like I do talk shit about LA Knight, but I like LA Knight. He's fun. He's nostalgia.
All right.
You know.
Okay. Yeah.
I just see through it. I'm over it.
So I would say that I want Logan Paul to win because I like Logan Paul as the champ, and I don't necessarily want him in a higher tier mix. I also don't want him lost in the void because he's entertaining.
No. Also, I don't mean to interrupt, but I wouldn't necessarily say he needs to be higher tier. It's just you got to kind of find like that popularity level that works with him. Like, because his matches feel like spectacles every time. Like, this is the Logan Paul match.
Yes, it seems like a marquee.
Yeah. So as long as it's somebody cool, like even if it's something like the fucking Wyatt Six, if they started like fucking with him, and it was like Bo Dallas versus Logan Paul, that'd be like, oh, okay, like
It'd be a rub for Bo Dallas.
yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's an entertaining match. Like just the popularity level, as long as that matches, I think you good. But you don't gotta be like heist because he did it with Ricochet. That shit was the big time last year.
And at
SummerSlam.
And at some point, I don't know how he's going to do it, but at some point he's going to turn face, Logan Paul.
He'll be face in Cleveland, I think. Well, we'll see.
Well, actually,
night.
that's my next question. Do you think he's going to get the MGF treatment where MGF in Long Island is a face and Logan Paul going to be the face in Cleveland? Will it be any dastardly tactics? Will LA Knight win clean?
I think he won't be face Logan Paul. He will get booed because he's been booed in Cleveland, like on Raws and shit.
Okay.
I feel like he'll still get booed and he'll still do heel. Even if he got cheered, he would still do heel shit.
I also think like him and his brother, they just may be just permanently hated by a lot of people.
True, because they are hated on another level, out completely.
Yeah, like they were
separate
hated.
from
He was
wrestling.
hated before he even got into wrestling. Because remember, they tried to make him a face in the very beginning, and people just hated him.
They tried to make him a face early.
That is what happened. Okay, all right. So we're going with LA Knight. He's going to be the new United States champion. Logan
Or
Paul,
get this nigga off my TV.
or he has to go off the TV. He has to go wrestle Bronson Reed,
Yeah.
Alpha Academy,
Yeah.
Otis, in the Void. All right, so let's move to the next match. All right, we got the Women's Championship. Bayley, who won it at WrestleMania, versus Nia Jax. I love me some Nia Jax, and that is who I want to win, who I think is going to win, unless we have some Tiffy time shenanigans. What do you think?
I think she will win as well. Because this title run for Bayley is doing nothing for me.
Yeah. I feel like the Nia's has been dominant lately. Like, I feel like
It's time to do it.
yeah, have her have a nice little championship run.
Because her first run with that whole Alexa Bliss shit, that shit was forgettable.
Although part of me feel like Tiffy Time may cash in.
Yeah, I do not doubt the shenanigans.
And then there may be like a Nia Jax Tiffany match where Nia takes it and that starts her like run.
I totally think that. First of all, I don't think Tiffany Stratton's going to fail on her cash in, but they've already put it in the air that it might be on Nia, and that might be a way to turn Nia face at some point. But I don't know. I don't think no shenanigans are going to happen tonight. I think it might be threatened. It might be if Tiffany's in the building, if she's there, because there's no reason for her to be there if she ain't wrestling, right? So if she's there and her presence was made on TV, there might be some shenanigans, and I'm going to be like,
Get your ass out of here, Jack Perry.
I feel like she may interrupt the match and pin Bailey during the match.
pin. You mean jump in and turn it into a three-way?
Yeah,
and then take the pin that way on some Seth Rollins shit.
Yeah, kind of just. I can't see her pinning Nia, but for some reason, I feel like she's going to steal it from Nia.
That makes sense. Actually, that would be a good outcome. She steals the pin, and then how long before Nia crushes her?
Because when Nia get her hands on her,
When Nia get that Yokozuna on her, what's she called? The Annihilator. That's such a great name for that move.
The only thing is, I do see Nia winning, but for some reason, I hope I'm wrong, because I wouldn't mind seeing some shenanigans go down with the briefcase, but for some reason, I feel like they're gonna make Tiffany play some sort of long game.
I mean, maybe. Depending on where the women's feuds are going towards Survivor Series, maybe. Because I don't know if it's going to be like another stable or a stable versus a put together group or something different. Because they haven't done it. They did it for the Raw women last year, right?
What?
War Games. They
did it for the SmackDown women last year.
Okay, so go back to so Stratton and Nia Jax probably won't be in a War Game scenario, so they won't be teaming up on that level. I'm thinking about the long game, right? Like, because I think that's a built-in storyline, but it doesn't have to go that way.
Because I think because I do feel like Tiffany gonna get it, because for some reason I got this feeling that they'll end up doing like Charlotte versus Tiffany at Mania.
That has to happen. I mean, it smells like WrestleMania to me.
That Tiffany got the belt.
Calling, probably playing into Charlotte's age and whatnot, because Charlotte's a vet now, like vet. So, that's going to be great. And when Braun, sorry, I'm bringing up Braun, but when he has the nerve, the gall to get in the way of the tribal chief.
I ain't having that.
That's not happening, but I digress. I'm just thinking about this new generation and when they're going to get that big pin from who are the vets now. Because Roman Reigns is a vet now.
Right.
These are OGs. These are like Flair at the top, Sting at the top, and everyone else coming up.
Right. They still feel like I still think of them as like the young guys, but yeah, that's where they at in their careers right now. They're at their absolute prime. This is this generation's Shawn Michaels, Bret Harts, and Stone Cold Rocks and stuff.
Exactly.
Well, even though Rock never actually became a vet, really.
Yeah. So the idea of Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, although it has nothing to do with SummerSlam, but just seeing how this can branch off, just starting from this match in particular. But also says how we just don't give a fuck about Bailey at this moment, and I don't know what to do with her.
I don't know. She is not. For me, she is cold as fuck. She has that bland ass music. She has that her ring gear is dope, but it just has no character. Like, I don't get it half the time. It's not.
It's one of those weird things, because I loved her as the hugger Bailey, but there was no way she could do that up into her 30s and 40s without looking kind of crazy. Although she probably could have morphed it into something, but she was super duper likable and crazy in the ring. But when she started to show this just annoying side of her, when she turned heel and just like you bitch.
No, the like overconfident her was like great. I think it helped her, but like this turn back to like a face, it's just like there is nothing there. It is bland as fuck.
You think she's better off just being a heel?
I think it was the way she turned face. It was like, because remember she was.
I felt like it was rushed.
Control. Yeah, she was leading Damage Control, and then Damage Control like turned on her, but it was just like she had done nothing to make us feel bad for her. Like,
Right.
or yeah, like be like, oh yeah, we're on her side now. Like there was nothing there, and it's just kind of like, okay, she's face now, and people are cheering for her, and I'm like, I don't get it.
That's how I feel about Damian Priest right now.
Yeah,
It's
people do still cheer for her. Like I could care less about her right now.
I mean, she's great. I love Bayley.
But
Like, or at least I love her in ring work, and I've watched her career. But like, I just don't get what like she is cold as fuck to me. Like they ain't doing nothing with Naomi. I'm like, go ahead, get this belt off her, and don't do nothing with her because
so is she gonna go in the void? She gonna start?
she's better than the Void. But I don't know what the fuck to do with her. Like who to put her. I don't give a fuck about seeing her against Tiffany.
bring a version of Hugger Bailey back and put her with Naomi.
That actually,
And let
so
them be
that
like a
makes sense.
happy tag team.
Hey,
Actually, her and Naomi going for the women's tag titles would make sense.
yeah, have them feud with Jade and Bianca.
Yeah, because everyone loves Naomi. Naomi can't be no heel.
Yeah,
So it's like because Bailey is likable. She just, I don't know, she just did a good job. Maybe her wrestling style. I don't know. It's like, do you remember X-Pac? You ever heard of the term X-Pac heat?
I've heard of it. I think you told me about it.
It's just like, you're good, but it's pretty much the new Tony Nese. Except we wanted X-Pac off our TV, where Tony Nese, we just don't expect him to win. It's just that Bailey's style. I don't know. I can't recall an exciting Bailey match in a while. I would.
She used to have them. Yeah, I have.
She used to have them.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe injuries, WWE style, but I don't know. Yeah, she is cold. She's definitely in the freezer right now, but.
And it's weird because she's a champion. It's like, man, go ahead and get that thing off her. Like, because Nia Jax, she brings all the heat. Like,
Yeah, Nia's
Tiffany,
great.
everybody wants Tiffany the Stratton to blow the fuck up anyway right now. So, like, one of them, put it on one of them, but get it off her.
All right. So you say Nia Jax is going to win it. Lou says that possibly Tiffy Time's going to happen, and she's going to steal a
Yeah, I
pin
think
on
Tiffany
Bailey.
Time gonna steal it.
Because I don't think Nia Jax is going to squash Tiffany just yet, but that squash is coming, and I can't wait to see it. So I'm going with Nia Jax as well. That's who I want to win. That's who I think is going to win. So yeah, that should be good. So now we got the next Women's World Championship match. We got Liv Morgan, crazy ass Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. All right, so who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to win? Who should win? And will there be any shenanigans?
It's going to be mad shenanigans.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be shenanigans.
Rhea. I want
want
Rhea to
Rhea.
win. Rhea should be champion, obviously, because she never lost it. But Liv is on a run right now, so I'm like, keep the heat coming. Like, let her have her moment. Justify her title run. This would be the justifiable win. Be like, okay, I'm a champ, because her first title run was like,
Right.
and then so
Is that when she beat Ronda?
yeah.
I wasn't caring for the product right at that point. Although I was impressed by how of crazy Liv.
Yeah.
But I love this crazy Liv.
Yeah.
And all it took was that rub from Dirty Dom.
Right. She's hot right now, so like let her work. It doesn't hurt. And then people will cheer for Rhea in the chase mode again. And I think she'll still have it back by Mania.
Rhea.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you think so? She should be the one to take it off of Liv, depending on how long they want to take it. Well, so this is tied to like where the Judgment Day is going. Finn's creeping, JD's there, Dom he's up to no good, and Damian Priest got his mind occupied. So they're a hybrid of face and heel, or face. They're kind of like Blackpool Combat Club at the moment. They're just whatever they are in that situation. If I'm fighting someone that you don't like, I'm the face. But when I'm beating up the person you do like,
Right.
hey, I'm the heel.
Right.
But you'll love me later.
Right.
So, Rhea's over. It's amazing how they did such a great job. I don't know if they planned to do this anyway. And I think they did because Liv was saying before the injury, I'm going to take everything that you have.
Right.
So maybe they would have did this Dirty Dom thing anyway.
Right.
Which I believe when we saw him coming out the dressing room, that was after the injury,
Right.
right? That was not before the injury.
Right.
Right? Okay, so it's been a good build up since then. All right, so they probably would have did this, but just maybe sooner. And still maybe Triple H was like, yeah, this is going to be my SummerSlam, as long as no one gets hurt. And the timing is great. It has my interest at a high level.
It's a great feud.
I'm really looking forward to this match.
Honestly, because I was watching something that showed Liv Morgan whenever I was watching her in NXT, and I'm like, yo, Liv Morgan came a long way. This is what, like, be watching that long ago, I'm actually like, yo, I'm actually kind of proud of her. She came a long way from whenever she was in NXT, and whereas, like, you know, Rhea looked apart from jump.
Right. Yeah, Rhea's always been special.
Yeah.
I just now got into Liv in the last year, maybe 2 years. Yeah. Since she came back from that injury, I've been really rocking with her. So good for her. I wish she had a different finisher because she does look delicate in the ring. But, you know, I predict that Liv retains due to shenanigans from some type of banana peel slip that's associated with my guy, Dirty Dom.
Get your ass out of here, Jack Perry.
All right, Lou, who'd you pick?
I picked Rhea.
You picked Rhea. You picked Rhea to win it back, and you said Liv, right, Nick?
Yeah. I'm thinking Liv wins it.
Go ahead, Lou.
Oh no,
And
I just picked Rhea.
And I think the match would be good. I've seen Liv do some great work recently too, and then Rhea's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that should actually be really good.
You really can't lose, depending as long as they plan to keep this feud coming. Which I think they should go up to like Bad Blood. I would love to see a female Hell in a Cell with those
With them two? Yeah, it would be perfect.
That shit would be amazing. So I'm with it. Keep this feud going as long as you can until we can figure out someone else who's equally as interesting in these two, which right now on Raw we have to think about that.
There's nobody. Zelina Vega has been great recently.
She's been relevant, but she's not in the void right now.
Yeah, she's fighting for titles. She's been beefing with Liv, and now she's in this 7-woman mix up with Sonya Deville's new girls and Lyra and the Chance and Carter.
There's a lot of women, but they're definitely
Like
low tier
yeah.
right now. They're not.
And it's just like, man,
So who
Becky Lynch is not even signed right now. So unless she might make her comeback at SummerSlam, you never know.
But if she did come back, okay, she'll be on the same level of everyone. Those three.
Yeah.
Who else is high?
That's
who's
like,
top
who
tier
else
on
is
Raw
on
right
Raw?
now?
I'm like, there's got to be somebody else on Raw, but I'm like, who is there? Yeah, in fact, you got the WWE open. Go to the fucking
The roster.
The roster.
Here we go. Hold on.
I'm sure there's some women that are like
hold on.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I mean Raquel. I love Raquel, but Raquel can come straight in,
Right.
and go
that's
for some
one
stuff.
because she has history with as a tag team partner with Liv too, and she has history with Rhea, so she can come right in and be on that level.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, they were tag champs, right? They both got.
Yeah.
Rhea got hurt first time. Tag teaming with her. What's it? Is the internet acting up again? Let me do a quick check. We are live, folks.
Well, we can go back to SummerSlam talk, but I was just like,
yeah, it's acting a little crazy. Luckily for us, we are on the Roadcaster. And this is not an advertisement for Roadcaster, but yeah, it's quite convenient. All right, so yeah, we can't lose with this feud. Keep it going all the way to Bad Blood, maybe the Survivor Series, and yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going Liv. Just a reminder.
Ha ha! Where was I? Oh yes.
Lou said Liv.
I said Rhea.
You said Rhea, and Nick said Liv. All right, let's go up. Next, this is the main event to me.
yeah, I think
This is the main event right here. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre
With special guest referee.
with special guest referee Seth Rollins.
Get your hands out of here, Jack Perry.
Freaking Rollins.
Oh, my
I say
bad.
his name right.
Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah, I've been waiting for this match all year. And it's been 8 months, 7 months. But technically, this has been a 9 month, since Survivor Series last year, this match has been brewing. And now we're finally going to get it. And I'm very excited about it. No titles on the line, which means this is how feuds are supposed to go. Now, granted, we've had the luxury of them not touching each other because they couldn't, because CM Punk's been hurt. But everything that they have done in terms of interaction and the space between, keeping it on our minds. And this is what we talked about this before. Like, if you're injured, there's still a way to get interjected into storylines and stay relevant. This is a clear example of WWE still getting their money's worth in terms of views, promotion, marketing, and we led up to this match. I'm talking a lot because I'm excited for it. They can't fuck this up, or can they? But I am picking that Drew wins the match, and then we can talk about if there's going to be shenanigans or not. What do you guys say?
Drew wins. Shenanigans will happen.
You really can't have a guest referee scenario
Yeah, and not have shenanigans.
and not have shenanigans.
So,
Get your hands out of here, Jack Perry.
Go ahead.
I say, yeah, I think it's gonna be shenanigans. I think Drew wins as well. I just don't really like CM Punk either, so I'm going for Drew.
Oh, okay. So you're going for Drew. So you not liking CM Punk, does that have any? What is your feeling on this feud? Are you excited to see this
I
match?
know the feud has been great. The build up has been excellent.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you want Drew to win. You think Drew will win. And I'm sorry, Nick, you said Drew with shenanigans.
yeah.
With shenanigans. And I'm surprised Seth doesn't have a match, but hey, it's okay. He's still on the show doing something relevant. But, this is SummerSlam. Next year's 2 nights, right? So
Right.
ultimately, do you see any of these two, any two of these 3 men, do you see them wrestling at WrestleMania next year?
CM Punk versus Seth.
So, okay, I'm with you on that. And I'm thinking, clearly, this match is only going to be one of many. I think this will end up being in a gimmick match, whether it's Hell in a Cell or something even more violent. I mean, not how you can't. Actually, you can get more violent than Hell in a Cell, but maybe they'll do something like a bull rope match or a strap match or dog collar match or something. I see this feud definitely going on the violent meter for WWE, which is not a super violent company.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the feud that goes there.
Yeah.
There will be blood, but not
As long as fucking CM Punk stay healthy.
as long as CM Punk can stay healthy, which I hope he does. But because there's so many other feuds for CM Punk to have, especially since the landscape of WWE, once he left the first time, they started bringing in more people like him in terms of like homegrown, built their name on the indies, right? Kevin Owens and all the Ring of Honor talent, all the Ring of Honor talent that came in and then went through NXT and then came up. CM Punk can say, hey, you guys are following in my footsteps, or you wouldn't be here if I wasn't here, stuff like that, which is what I expect to happen once he comes face to face with those people that he has not wrestled yet. So there's plenty for him to do. So him losing won't hurt him. Although, he lost at the Rumble, he got hurt. Should he lose his first official match? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Drew will win, but should CM Punk win and maybe make Drew a little bit more angry? Because technically Drew's been right for most of this feud. CM Punk's been a dick, technically. He's been an asshole.
No, but I mean, this is still
CM Punk's
this feud
petty, but
is-
it works.
Like CM Punk is petty, but Drew McIntyre has brought everything on himself. That's the best part.
Yeah, Drew really started a lot
Mania,
of it.
like
Yeah.
Hey, you should have been in his face. So CM Punk took his feet from under him. Oh, you know what? Damian Priest just happened to be here with the title. That's your fault. You could have just went to the back.
Good point. Good. Yeah.
You could have just went to the back, man.
His petty back pocket. His petty is just as big as a CM Punk's petty, and it backfired on him. But in this particular instance, it was probably going to backfire on CM Punk this weekend when the shenanigans hit and Drew McIntyre wins the first match of the feud. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going to go. I don't know if the match is going to be great or not, but if it's a brawl, like I don't expect them to exchange holds and Irish rip each other into the ropes. I expect some
Drew McIntyre
brawling.
going to throw this nigga around and.
Yeah, it's going to be like one of those types of matches, so I'm looking forward to that. So,
Hey,
all right.
Lewis, quick question. Why don't you like CM Punk? I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan of CM Punk. One thing I understand about CM Punk is he can talk his ass off. But yeah, why don't you like CM Punk?
He just seems like a dick. Like he just seems like a person I just don't like. And I haven't really seen like enough of him wrestling to care about his wrestling.
He's had classic matches, and I know you've seen more, especially like I guess the old matches versus Samoa Joe. But I've never looked at CM Punk and been like, yo, this motherfucker is a great wrestler.
He's a great storyteller in the ring. That's that old school about him. Technically, he's not as graceful or smooth. He's kind of like John Cena is clunky, but he knows how to tell a story in the ring.
Right. See, I've always looked at CM Punk like he's not athletic. Like
It's not athletic.
What is it?
He can barely jump.
But I got my introduction to CM Punk was like ECW, WWE's ECW, and
Oh yeah,
like that's my introduction to CM
Yeah.
Punk. So I'm sure. And then I wasn't, really watching that much through his rise of WWE. Like I came back in, like kind of I guess a full-time watcher whenever he was like, champion. He's fucking wrestling Rock and
Right.
shit like that. Like okay, and then like I've watched the Pipe Bomb. I've seen that shit, and like I understand he can talk, but I just was never like
yeah.
his ring work. I'm like,
Yeah, the pipe bomb was a classic moment. Did you see that, Lewis? The pipe bomb
I didn't
interview?
see that.
I can pull it up. Well, actually, the internet's not working. Another day, we'll react to that because I can pull it up right here. But that's a classic. That's pretty much what propelled CM Punk to the top tier in WWE. He was kind of floating around for a minute, and he was already a champion twice. He's actually the first person. He's cashed the Money in the Bank twice.
Yeah.
Right. So he has like a really successful career. He just never got to the top in terms of like main eventing a WrestleMania because there were so many people above him. So he carried a little bit of a bitterness with that. But wrestling wise, he's good. Saying he's the best in the world, I mean, that's a good tagline, but I can name so many wrestlers that are better than him, right? But storytelling and getting the crowd feeling him, old school psychology, that's the guy. And if he turns into a brawler and stops trying to do like athletic shit and tearing his muscles up, he can still have another 5 or 10 years in his career. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I hope he doesn't get hurt again because if he does, it's a wrap for him. I don't think, well, maybe not a wrap, but I think he's getting too old to be having extended amounts of time off. So anyway, I picked Drew, and that's what's going to happen at SummerSlam. And here's the last match. Damian Priest.
that's not the last match.
This is not the last match. It is not the last match. Oh, shit. All right, we got 2 more matches. All right, so this is an interesting topic. We talked about it last week, so we don't have to prolong this. Check out the video that we did last week about Damian Priest versus Gunther. I'm picking Damian Priest to win. What about you?
I do like your theory. I don't know if you want to say your theory because you haven't said it on the podcast yet. I do like your theory of Damian Priest winning because I think a compelling story is him keeping it and then some, like I said, Finn plotting something. I think there's some story to tell there, but I just don't see it, man. Gunther, I think it's his time.
I mean, either way, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lou.
I know you got. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just expounding on, the Finn thing. The Finn has a big factor in the next 3 months, I think.
Right.
Because Finn can turn on Damian Priest because he thinks he's a loser, or he can turn on Damian Priest because he wants to take that title for whatever reason. But he just got put to sleep by Gunther on TV. He was fighting. He's pretty much fighting as a face, Finn, on that particular show. Here comes Damian with the save. So now that put the doubt of the scheming behind for a little bit. But we know the scheming is still there. We know
No,
the
because
plotting.
even before that, like Rhea's asking him, "Do you want some help with Gunther?" And he's like, "What? You guys don't think I'm good enough?"
Oh yeah,
So it's
that
like,
part.
He's had some sort of complex going where it's like he was like asking Priest before, "You think I'm not? You can't trust me?" Or there's some sort of plot, and so all that breaking down, it doesn't need the title involved, but it makes it compelling.
Yeah, it makes it more compelling for sure.
And then what does Gunther go do with the title? It's just like go beat up more people.
Yeah, see, I think Damian Priest is gonna win, and Rhea's gonna win, and finally Judgment Day is gonna have all the gold, and then you'll have like the Finn and the breakup of the Judgment Day.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think Rhea is going to leave the Judgment Day, or are they going to kick her out too? Do you think it's going to be just a split, or like what's going to?
I think
it's too many.
I think they will, because obviously Finn and JD will stick together. Damian would go on his own, and Rhea will go on her own. But then where does Dom go? That's the question.
Right. And yeah, because JD will go with Finn. Either way, it's not going to be an amicable split. It's happening though, and I think the wedge is going to get bigger based off of this match. So you're saying Gunther, you're saying Damian Priest. Sorry, excuse me. Nick is saying Gunther, which I understand if that happens. I just don't. Gunther's just.
Cause you are right, cause I just said it. I'm like Gunther. If he wins, he's gonna be a dominant champion. But then it's like, who's this next feud?
Right.
Like what? Like it's just some random person to challenge, and you just beat up people till WrestleMania. So
right, he's not going to go back after his IC title. They're not going to put him with Braun.
I mean,
right
I
away.
guess you wouldn't give him Seth. Would you give him Seth in Berlin? And they are going to Berlin after this. Like
he can win in Berlin. He can win. I mean, I'm sorry. When I say he, I'm sitting here talking. Damian Priest can win at SummerSlam, and then Gunther can take it at Berlin. I think that's a good enough time to get some shenanigans and some more dissension amongst the Judgment Day as we head to Survivor Series.
Like Priest wins because of some shenanigans tonight.
Maybe Finn.
And that's why Gunther get the rematch in Berlin.
Finn could cause him to lose. You know, again, Gunther put him to sleep. That's all I'm saying. Gunther put him to sleep.
Okay.
And now, so possibly Finn shenanigans can be this weekend, which could lead to Damian Priest winning, which of course Damian Priest does not like the fact that he can't win without shenanigans, which goes back to our case on why he probably shouldn't even have the goddamn title because his reign is mid. This is this weird catch-22. I'm just waiting for this nigga, waiting for him to have like just a little small percentage of a good champion run, because I feel once we get it off of him, it's not going back on him.
Yeah, this is his time.
Damian Priest, that is.
Yeah, I that's what I feel too.
So it's
not
like
going back to him.
I don't know.
Unless he really like gets people behind him in the future. But yeah, I think this is his time, and it's just not been good.
I want him to win, but he's definitely in a Bailey situation. He's not cold, but he's floating around.
He's not cold because of the Judgment Day.
Right. So interesting. You guys can't see me, but I'm twirling my mustache as I think about what's going to happen next. But yeah, I'm picking Damian Priest. Lou's picking Damian Priest. Nick is picking Gunther, and it all makes sense. And let's get to the final match, the main event.
I'm not finished with you!
Y'all have no idea how much fun I'm having with these buttons. All right, here we go. Oh shit. All right, well, yeah. Live TV, folks. Here we go. Solo Sikoa, which I feel like this is a TV match, going against Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed beautiful big gold belt.
You know why you feel like it's a TV match? Because I'm betting you've seen it on TV.
I thought the build up to
Exactly.
one of the Roman Reigns matches. I can't pick
Yeah,
one.
exactly. I'm sure. No, because yeah, I'm sure probably last year when he was building to the LA WrestleMania, he probably wrestled him on some fucking SmackDown. So yeah, I'm betting we've seen it. And then the solo, as much as I like his run at the head of the table, he still don't necessarily feel like that guy.
I will agree with that. Like he does feel like he's not as powerful as he was when he first came in. Like,
No. He feels
he's
more
way more
powerful. He just
powerful now.
he don't feel.
Well-
I don't feel like I believe him as a main eventer. Like, you a main eventer, really?
It's like Christian versus Swerve.
Right.
It's-
It's like, all
That's how I
right.
feel about this match. And Cody's nowhere near Swerve, but it's like Solo's on a Christian level.
Yeah, it's like okay, like
Right.
Solo.
But I can't think of no one else on SmackDown at the moment.
Like the problem is like their face heel ratios don't be fucking adding up a lot of times. I feel like your biggest stars are like KO and Randy, and they're both faces.
Yeah. I mean, the Bloodline is a big collective, but Solo's probably the best name, but Jacob's the most impressive. Mm-hmm. But I think just like the Judgment Day, well, maybe not like the Judgment Day, they kind of need each other. And they appear as one big problem. But SummerSlam?
Yeah, I don't know. And I like Solo.
I like Solo. I like Solo.
It's just,
I like Christian, but
I mean, I guess.
Bash in Berlin, maybe. Backlash.
Yeah.
Not one of the big four. Maybe Survivor Series. Survivor Series is, but maybe because Solo has lost a lot or had a lot of like no contest situations. He was typically just the person before you get to Roman.
But he still got a lot of wins. He got a lot of big wins too.
And I do believe, in my heart that he will whoop your ass. And the entire bloodline are dangerous. This is the dark bloodline, right? So I'm with that. I just, I don't know. SummerSlam?
I think he gonna win.
No.
Internet right now. Check your modem or router connection.
Google.
Get your ass out of here, Jack Perry!
You say you think Solo gonna win?
Yep.
Really?
I don't think
Yep.
Solo's going to win. I think
Why do you think Solo?
I don't think Solo's gonna win.
You're being facetious.
I think Solo gonna win. Cause like it just like feel like Cody's is always better in that like chase underdog role. Like Cody feel like he's getting a little like whatever right now. Like
Oh yeah, because his problem is they don't have good challengers. Case in point.
and then it feel like it would be a better story go to put on Solo, let him build up his little run for when Roman come back.
I just don't think Solo on
Because
that level.
like
the title would make the Roman storyline very interesting.
I think it's so much better. Like
it would, but like
But I don't think
they're
Solo
thinking
needs
long
to.
term. Like it's Cody and Rock at Mania or some sort of Cody rematch. Like
Yeah.
Cody's not. They're not about to take the belt off Cody.
I don't think Cody's losing at all. What I don't know, because there's still an episode of SmackDown to come, if there's going to be any type of like stipulations or saying, bloodline banned from ringside or anything like that, to say what maybe this match ends in a DQ,
Right.
or schmage as they would call it, with a bunch of run-ins and shit, or did we get a clean, crossroads 1, 2, 3 in the ring?
I think they're gonna be mashing it because Roman's coming back at SummerSlam. I think.
So we think Roman's going to show up at the show, come out with the music, and slowly come to the ring and they fade to black.
I don't even know if he. I don't know how it happens, but I don't know. I'd be shocked if Solo
why do you
win.
think Roman is coming back so soon? Like SummerSlam.
It's because the big event's probably going to be more watched than most.
Yeah.
It's a big show in name.
I mean, and I've never seen him be waited this long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, yeah, I could totally be wrong.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about it last time. It's like, does Roman just show up? Is there a level of, Is there some vagueness to what's on his mind? Does he come in and just spear Solo? I mean,
Right, because
it's not really
to me,
provoked.
it's like, for one, it's just the real life of it. It's like, yeah, this be a long ass time to be away.
Yeah.
And then if it, like, especially for like just the timing of the whenever they turned on Paul,
Mm-hmm.
like that's still only been like a month. So it's like when does he come back if he don't come back now?
Kudos to WWE for keeping us on the edge of our seat since the day after WrestleMania when he beat up Jimmy. Like, they went straight into it, and they did an amazing job of getting us here. I just don't think that Solo's been dominating still enough for me to look at him on the level of Cody, which it's probably just Roman's fault because Roman is just.
I think that's what it is.
I don't think
too.
he gonna win clean.
I think it's
but-
Roman casting the shadow.
Yeah, he ain't got out of Roman's shadow yet. He's doing a good job, but I still look at him as, little man.
Right. Even though he did pin Cody. He pinned Cody.
He did pin Cody. He did. That's why I knew. So it's kind of like how when Mabel won King of the Ring and he faced who did he fight? Diesel at SummerSlam. Yuck.
Oh, that's kind of the other thing too. The fact that he actually pinned Cody. Usually, like, they don't, like, whenever the champions pinned in some sort of tag match, usually like they get that pin back.
Yeah, and that's how you get the title match to begin with, because of the pin most of the time. Which we saw this coming, and I guess I'm interested in this more like storyline. That's storyline progression. Like, what's going to happen after this? Like, this is like the point of an angle to lead to another point, right? So I just want to see the finish of this match, not necessarily the match itself. I don't know if I'm going to be that entertained by the pacing, but I know it'll pick up at the end. But
Yeah. That's all I'm worried about. That's all I want to see is the end.
I just want to see the end and then see where it goes. Win-wise, Lewis saying that he thinks Solo's going to win.
Because
I'm saying Cody's going to win.
yeah.
But maybe. Cody going to lose. I don't want Cody to lose it in some surprising shit like this.
If Solo wins, I'm all for some surprising shit. So if Solo win, I'm with it, but I just don't see it.
I don't see it. Solo, I'm not trying to say we don't believe in you. I'm just, there's levels to this shit, and you are on your way.
Yeah.
But if we were
he about to get skipped, though. Like, to be honest with you, he about to get skipped like a motherfucker because Jacob is here.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Because Jacob already looked like, oh, okay, like, now I believe he
Would take it off Cody.
take it off Cody.
Yeah, so many. This family is all over it. So many of them are going to be in the video game next year.
And where does
It's
Hikuleo
gonna
show
be
up?
great.
Hell, that could be how Solo win. This 7-foot fucking Samoan come and help him.
Ooh.
And
I think
shit look crazy.
And depending on where Hikuleo is going to be, if he's rolling with
He could roll with Roman.
right, because I don't think Roman should show up before he does. I think all of them need to be assembled so Roman can come in and be like, all right, what the fuck is going on?
Right. So if like Jimmy come back with Roman and Hikuleo. Okay. And they'll still be down one, but they not doing what done with Tama Tonga. Not Tama Tonga, but Tongaloa.
Nah.
This nigga just be there.
He is just there.
Yeah. So
He is,
it'd be 3-on-3 still.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
But they'd have an edge because they'd have that fourth nigga outside.
It's gonna be interesting. Cleveland, outdoor, big stadium vibe. Yeah, we all got our predictions. All right, I said Cody. Nick says Cody. Lou says Solo with shenanigans. And we're just going to see. We're going to go ahead and sign this off. We went way longer than I expected. However, a big card, a big show. WWE has done an amazing job all year. And they got my interest in their big shows. I still won't go to an episode of Raw.
No.
Or SmackDown.
That's too much.
Well,
That's too much. But let me see how they start doing Raw on Netflix, and I'll consider it.
Good point. Good point. But Anywho, we about to get the fuck out of here. I appreciate y'all listening and rocking with us. I hope that you enjoy SummerSlam, and we'll be back sometime. I don't know when, because
I'm not ready for you!
bye.
Right now you're checking out VSOP.
Hip hop and wrestling.